Owtcaste shows is presenting the next art show with the theme Wounded. These videos portray each of the artists that are involved in that project. Each video will be different, showcasing however they wanted to present themselves. Today we are speaking to the captivating Celyn Salow.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start off. The question is, how does your artwork reflect the theme Wounded?
Wounded to me is bigger than just one's personal life. We fit into our environment around us, and it affects us and we affect it in turn. Particularly as human beings, we're in an anthropomorphic age. We turn everything into human and exist only for and by humans. And we've done that so much that we are altering our biosphere to the point where it's starting to collapse. And it's readily apparent this entire summer has been choked with wildfire smoke. There is a state of emergency in Utah, and nationally there's been floods in Texas that have drowned a known number of people in the hundreds. There's people displaced. There was just a fire evacuation warning on the radio about an hour ago that I heard break into the broadcast. And this is what we've done. This is our choice. And my art reflects that. That's the ongoing ecological collapse that we have made and chose to make and continue to choose to make. And to me, that's utterly wounded. And that's where we are.
But so if you want to go ahead and describe your moth piece and what that represents.
Okay, so my moth painting is called Particulates, and that was from last summer's wildfire season. The particulates in the air are the pieces of smoke that amass. They're tiny pieces of ash, tiny pieces of smoke, tiny pieces of bark, stone, even chemicals that we spray on fires. And then there's the idea of the moth. They used to fill the sky just as much as the wildfire smoke, and now they don't. So they used to be a particulate, and now they are so rare that when we see one, we take a photo of them with our cameras and post them on Facebook or Instagram. So that's the idea behind particulates.
I remember it's probably when I first moved back, so it's probably like 6 or even 7 years ago, there would be the painted lady butterfly migration. I haven't seen it since. It would be horrible because you'd be driving down the freeway and they'd be trying to cross, and there were so many of them that it was a slaughter. But I haven't seen that, which I find so odd because there were so many crossing through.
I've only been in Utah for about 8-9 years, and there's a definite difference. But the pollinators in my garden are all bees and wasps, which I love.
Yes, I have those too, and there's a few different types of bees, but all bees.
Butterflies are next to nothing. I've seen a swallowtail and one viceroy, and that's it.
Yep, I think I've seen two butterflies this year. How many butterflies have you seen? Can you think of any you've seen? For all that, we have so many flowers in our garden and so many pollinators, and to not see butterflies.
Oh yeah, we saw one.
One?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it was white.
Ooh, yeah, I think I've seen those little tiny white ones, not the
ones.
not the big magnificent ones.
They're along the river. There's quite a few along the river, but I think that's where they're staying. They're not coming up. Usually they come up the rivers and then go up the canyons and the washes, and that's how they disperse. But now they're just
staying in one spot.
Yeah.
So weird. All right, so the bear dance.
So bear dancers, that was my land acknowledgement statement. This area belongs to the Utes, and before them, sometimes the Paiutes, and before them, the Fremont. And it's saying that I am an implant. Literally, I'm both an immigrant and an implant. My people are not from Utah, not even in pioneer sense.
Yeah.
I am a 2016 resident of the state, and it goes back far beyond that. I'm pretty sure I had ancestors among the Youngs of the LDS Church somewhere, but I don't know them and they don't know me. And the bear dancers is me saying, This was their land. This is their land because they are people who are living. They are not museum pieces. They drive pickups and have favorite foods and favorite colors. Good God, they're people. And so that was me saying that they are here. And this is what's happening to the environment. The lake is drying up. The lake that's been in stories for forever. The water baby stories. It's slowly evaporating and going away, but the people are still here.
Yeah. This is a big one for me because I don't know. It's hard. But I just don't understand how people don't see that. Like everything you just said, like to so many white people that are here, they can't even acknowledge that, let alone giving land back, let alone acknowledging their traditions, anything. They can't even acknowledge what you just said.
It starts in 1847, and then a little bit before that, and that's it. We have selective years where we acknowledge things happened in Utah. And before that, it was unexplored land inhabited only by Indians, like Laura Ingalls Wilder called it. Only Indians lived there. There were no people.
As if that didn't.
Yeah.
And what you stated about that they're not gone. It's not a museum. It's not history. It's right now. Like that. I think that's so important to recognize. I love you too. Did you see I was sad? All right. So your last piece, the view from the train.
Yeah. So my last piece, that's called Wildfire Torn. I took the Amtrak to go to Colorado recently, and it is the most efficient form of travel that's lowest in CO2 output, which is why I travel only by train now or by my hybrid. And so the view of Wildfire Torn was this gorgeous shale formation that looked like flesh, like a curled up person or a reclining animal, and the morning sun was hitting it, so it looked like it was just curled up and sleeping. And it was the last clear day before the wildfire smoke from the Fish Lake National Forest made its way over the mountains and settled into the basin. And so our return trip was smoke smothered, and that's why there's the orange stripe going below and above the image, because it felt like this point in time where everything was clear and beautiful and hopeful at the start of the journey, and when I returned, it was like being inside of an oven with smoke.
Yeah.
And so it's framed in time as before and after, even though it's ongoing. And now we have a wildfire season instead of summer. It was a frame in time.
That's beautiful. And can I say, you have done in both these two pieces here the best job I've ever seen of our type of mountains and hills. Like they are, and it's not like I want like something like super realistic. The essence you've captured of the way they are is, you know how like photos are different in your mind, like that's my mind, you know, like that's how I view them, and you've done beautiful on those.
I think memory is important, because if you get too particular in painting, it might as well just take a photo.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you have to interpret it. And to me, I look at an image, because this is an image I took with my camera from the Amtrak, and I would look at it and then I'd close my eyes, and whatever I saw in the after image is what I would work into the painting.
It's beautiful.
So there's a lot more fissures in real life, there's a lot more crackly stuff, but I just kind of took the essence of it by seeing what literally burned across the back of my retina.
Yeah, you did a beautiful job of it.
Thank you.
So it's very inspiring. Like it's beautiful. So that's really, really beautiful. I love it. Okay, I'm good if you're good because I'm a ball.
Thank you.